favorite stores in the world right next to each other, Apple and Tesla. Welcome to another edition of Tesla Tuesday. I've had my Tesla Model 3 for about a month, and I wanted to answer some questions that people have asked me in the month that I have owned my car. Owning a Tesla is unlike any other car that I've ever had. In my life, I've had a Jaguar, a Porsche, and a Corvette, and this car is completely different than any of those cars. It's so much more fun to drive. It's amazingly quick, and it's just a different experience altogether. When it comes to filling up your Tesla as opposed to filling up a car, normally when you drive a car and you get low on gas, you pull into a gas station and you fill all the way up. That is not the case with a Tesla. You may just pull into a Tesla supercharger and just charge for 5 or 10 minutes. The other day I was driving around Jacksonville and I just wanted to go into a, ironically enough, there was a gas station that has Tesla superchargers. And I was going in to get something to drink. And so I went in, I got something to drink, I got a snack. This supercharger, which is located here in Jacksonville, is so crowded that they limit your charging to just 40 minutes, which doesn't really make a difference because my car charges up in about 10. By the time I came out, the supercharger had given me 35 miles of service, and I was only in there for a few minutes. I'm going to travel to Atlanta at the end of the month in this car, and that'll be my first road trip, and I'll document how that went. I really had no fear putting this car on autopilot. The very first time I did it, I could tell that the car could handle it with no problem, and to be honest, the car actually drives, better than people do because it's really watching everything all the time. It's not looking at its phone, it's not having conversations with people in the car, so its only focus is on the road and what's in front of you, and I've had absolutely no problem. I would say probably 85% of the time I drive this car, I'm driving it on autopilot, so no problems at all. My God, is it fast. Like ridiculously fast. And it's not just fast off the line. It's not just fast 0 to 60. You could be on the highway doing 60 miles an hour, 65 miles an hour. And if you need to zip in and get in a spot, you can punch this thing and it just lurches forward. So this thing is speed all the way through. It's not just off the line. And it's kind of scary fast, but it handles like you wouldn't believe. I was driving on a real kind of windy road, and the handling on this thing is amazing because of the batteries and the weight distribution at the bottom of the car. So I was making these turns and I looked down, I was doing 85 miles an hour, and if you would have asked me, I would have thought I was doing like 40 or 50. The handling is just that good on these. Well, that'll wrap it up for another edition of Tesla Tuesday. And as I said, by the end of the month here, I'll be taking a road trip, and then we'll really get to test out what it's like to drive this thing a long distance. So, talk to you later.